Do the Tokar Kriya. Do the Tokar Kriya. A condition in which the heart gland ruptures during this Tokar Kriya. The heart gland ruptures during this Tokar Kriya. Normal sky or void is having the premise. Normal sky or void is having the premise. The universe or Mahakash has no premise. The universe or Mahakash has no premise. That is why it does not appear initially. Everything is visible in this void. Vast expanse or Mahakash. Dvaitam is fearful, sorrowful, and Advaitam is full of abhayam and happiness. Dvaitam bhayavaham. Advaitam abhayavaham. That is why one should be steadfast in Advaita and should get rid of grief. That is why one should be steadfast in Advaita and should get rid of grief. To see, to know, to hear, to know God is to express the Sattva Guna. To see, to know, to hear, to know God is to express the Sattva. In the transcendental or Gunatita or Nirguna Avastha state, there is no longer any seeing, knowing, hearing, or knowledge. The fickle mind that sees becomes fixed in nirvana. Self is the form of the soul sun, the pure light. This Nirmala Jyoti belongs to God like a great pure void. Whenever the yogi is situated in the Kutastha, then the pure serenity itself illuminates. The universe or Mahakash is Brahma. If the yogi stays in this state for a long time, then he himself becomes the radiance of a pure soul. The soul sun is at once in the form of a drip, Bindu. The soul sun is at once in the form of a drip. Sometimes there was infinite infinity. Sometimes the soul sun was filled with the radiance of the thousands of suns. Sometimes the soul sun was pure emptiness, or he appears in rhythm, laya, or he appears to be rhythm, the creation of boundless majesty, and the production of the cosmic cosmos takes place from this Atma Surya in itself, when it is pure or void. Again the rhythm becomes merged into the soul sun itself. Akhanda Mandalakaram Yaptam Yena Chiracharam Tat Padam Darsitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I am an integral zoner. My charisma pervades the entire universe. Such guru status visited by the disciple respect the teacher with Namaste. Mantra chanting concentrates the mind. Then there is the vision of the gods. This is Khandagnanam or peaceful knowledge. But this is not the end. Self-knowledge is the ultimate knowledge. And this is the way to liberation. This omniscience, that means Sarvagnata, this omniscience is a path to salvation. Mantra is a state of self-realization. There are mantras for the knowledge of gods and goddesses, various scriptures, procedural, pilgrimages, worships and so on, but they cannot give or provide for self-knowledge and self-gain. Kriya, Yoga, Prana, Karma is the way to this. The mind arises as soon as life becomes unstable. Mantra is the state of stillness when the restless mind is relieved. Mantra is a state of stillness when the restless mind is relieved. So mantra is a state of mind. As soon as it becomes vital, the mind is relieved. This is to say, the preparation or success of that mantra is based on prana karma. When life ceases to exist due to natural causes, then this body also perishes. But in this state, there will be ritual or karma samskar. Therefore, the karmic being is born again. Theology or Brahma Gnan. Theology or Brahma Gnan is to know myself. A coconut has a fiber on top. Okay. A coconut has a fiber on top, a shell in the middle, and then a white coconut. So the human body is the same. The body seen above is the gross body. It is made up of the five elements, namely sky, that means akash, air, vayu, fire, agni, water, jal, and clay, that is prithvi. The foods we eat are also made with these five elements. The body is strengthened by eating this food. The body is strengthened by eating these foods. This gross body is impermanent. This gross body is like a coconut fiber. Inside this gross body is a shell-like body, that is astral or subtle body. It has no appetite or thirst. There are births and deaths. Even this subtle body is impermanent. Inside this microcosm, inside this what you call subtle body, is the third body called causal body, which is like a white coconut. From the causal body comes out the remaining two bodies, namely subtle and physical, comes out. They come out from the causal body only. From the causal body comes out the remaining two bodies, namely subtle and physical. Okay. During sleep, the other two bodies, the subtle and the causal body, are awake. During sleep, the other two bodies, namely the subtle and the causal body, are awake. The gross body is destroyed when death occurs. This gross body is destroyed when death occurs. When born again, this gross body is formed and returns with the rest of the subtle and causal bodies. Without doing Kriya Yoga Karma, it is not at all possible to go beyond the karma, the karana or causal body. Remember this one. That means you are nearer to God. That causal body you are having means you are just nearer to God. So without doing Kriya Yoga Karma, it is not at all possible to go beyond the karana or causal body. The yogi cannot enter into Mahasunyam or the great void without overcoming the causal body. Till then he cannot get liberation, moksha. Till then he cannot get liberation. One can overcome this causal body with Kriya, Yoga, Prana, Karma only. The causal body is a place of production for the other two bodies. During sleep, the other two bodies, the subtle and the causal body, are awake. During sleep, the subtle and causal body are awake. The gross body is destroyed when the death occurs. When born again, the gross body is formed and returns with the rest of the subtle and causal bodies. If the yogi transcends the gross and subtle bodies with Kriya Yoga Prana Karma, then all the karmas of cease to exist. He will get their feel. Then whatever state he gets after death, or the state he gets during this deep sleep, the same state he gets. Remember this one. when whatever he gets after death, or the state he gets during deep sleep, both are one and the same thing. The same state he gets. That means your deep sleep is almost death only. If the yogi transcends the gross and subtle bodies with Kriya Yoga Prana Karma, then all the karmas cease to exist. He will get their feel. Then whatever state he gets after death, or the state he gets during deep sleep, the same state he gets. Then he reaches the causal body, that he gets the vision of that causal body. That causal body is black. That happened to me many times. It is similar to physical and subtle bodies, but it is black and reaches the state of samadhi. This is followed by Jyoti Rupam, followed by Arupam, no form. The subtle body is the base for the gross body. The causal body is the base for the subtle body. The Jyoti is the base for the causal body. And Arupam, or no form, or no Rupam, is the base for the Jyoti. The yogi who reaches the mirror, called Kutasam, the yogi will get the base of his two bodies. The yogi will get the base of his two bodies, the gross and subtle, and the vision of the causal body, which is his reality. But yogi does not stop with his real form, that is Karana Sharira or causal body, knowing that all this is Maya. The yogi goes further and stops in the great void. Narayana is the vision of this black causal body. That is why the bodies in the mandir, they were shown as black. Because they are all causal body rupas. So, knowing that all this is Maya, the yogi goes further and stops in the great void. Narayana is a vision of this black causal body. Occasionally, the form of Maheshwara appears white and intoxicates. What the Shastra says about Nasigram is about this Kutastha only. Shambhavi Mudra is the state in which the mind becomes and focusing on this Kutastha. Shambhavi Mudra is the state in which the mind becomes and focusing on this Kutastha. In this meditation state of Shivanetram, with half closed eyes, yogi sits in fixedly. This Kutastham is neutral. This Kutastham is neutral. Above the Kutastham, that is neutral state, is stability. Under neutral means creation or fickleness. But in below this neutral, that means creation or fickleness. This confluence or Kutastham is a confluence, because fickleness, Tadastham, and then Paramatma. So this is confluence. This Kutastham. Kutastham is a junction between stability and volatility. It is a junction between stability and volatility. The success of samadhi arises as the yogi keeps the mind focused on the Kutastham with intuitive sense and intuitive half-closed eyes. You understand? The success of samadhi arises as the yogi keeps the mind focused on the Kutastham with intuitive sense and intuitive half-closed eyes.
What is that, Guruji?
Pardon?
What is that intuitive mind, you said?
You see, the success of samadhi arises as the yogi keeps the mind focused on the Kutastham with intuitive sense, that means Atma Bodha, I can say, with intuitive sense and intuitive half closed eyes. Your success depends upon that. Intuitive antarmukha pranayama is the only way to attain enlightenment. Intuitive antarmukha pranayama is the only way to attain enlightenment. That is why with half closed eyes, if you do for more time, you will get what you got, enlightenment. Gita and Patanjali quoted in Yoga Darshana about this introspective pranayama only. This introspective pranayama is done by the inner Vayu. It is extremely enjoyable. It is Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, and Adhyatma Vidya. Apane Jukhvati Pranam, Prane Pana Tadha Pare, Pranapana Gati Rudhva, Pranayama Parayanaha. Gita 4:29. Yogis do homam. Yogis do homam. Homam, you know, I think, or sacrifice. So do homam pranavayu in the apanavayu. Yogis do homam or sacrifice pranavayu in the apanavayu and apanavayu in the pranavayu. While doing this ritual, the movement of prana vayu is stopped by keval kumbhaka. Then the yogi becomes a pranayama ascetic. The keval kumbhak is not obtainable if one deliberately, forcibly holds the breath for a while. You cannot get what you call keval kumbhakam just because for a few seconds you have held the breath. It should come by itself, automatically it comes. The keval kumbhakam is not obtainable if one deliberately, forcibly holds the breath for a while. If it mixes pranavayu into the apanavayu and apanavayu into the pranavayu again and again, then the keval kumbhak successfully comes by itself. It's just that. It is extremely enjoyable. When you get keval kumbhak, it is extremely enjoyable.
Guruji, how long will it last for the first time when you get it?
Pardon?
How long will the session will be if you attend Keval Kumbhak for the first time?
No. You see, what I mean to say is, suppose if you just close your eyes and even if you keep it for 1 minute, it is not called Kevala Kumbhakam. But if you are when you are doing it by and by, automatically you will get Kevala Kumbhakam. That one it may stand as per your requirement.
Doing what, Baba?
Keval pranayama.
Achha.
Suppose if you are doing kriya, karte while doing this kriya yoga prana karma, automatically you will get into what you call kevala kumbhakam. What is the question you are asking?
అదే బాబా, అంటే ఏం చేస్తే, అంటే లేకపోతే మనం బై ఫోర్స్ కుంభకం చేస్తాము, అది చేస్తానా లేదా ప్రాణాయామం తర్వాతనా అన్నటువంటిది నాకు.
మొట్టమొదటి నువ్వు ఫోర్స్ గా చేసినప్పటికీ ఆ కాస్త సేపట్లో రాదు. అది నువ్వు ఒక 3 నిమిషాలు వదిలిపెట్టినా సరే నీకు కేవలం కుమ్మకం రాదు. కానీ అదే 3 నిమిషాలు కనుక నువ్వు చేయంగా నీకు తెలియకుండా వచ్చేస్తుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే.
అప్పుడు అది కేవలం కుమ్మకం.
అలా వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎంతసేపు ఉంటుంది అనేది తెలియదు.
అది మనం చెప్పలేము. ఎందుకంటే దట్ డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ పర్సన్ టు పర్సన్. Suppose you have given already an outward auto command, the beginning itself, while starting your vertical kriya, etc. So another after half an hour I should get up because my office work is there. Automatically that after half an hour, even if you get Keval Kumbhakam, that automatically, as you said, that you will automatically come out. Or whereas if you are not, but if you are not giving any suggestion, auto suggestion in the beginning, it may take quite a long time.
ఒక 10 to 15 సెకండ్స్ కేవలం వస్తుంది అనుకుంటా బాబా. అదే మీరు అన్నట్టు పర్సన్ టు పర్సన్ డిఫర్ కావచ్చు, నాకైతే ఒక 10 to 15 సెకండ్స్ ఆగుతుంది.
Without knowing yourself, you are giving you may not remember it, but you are giving a auto suggestion. I must come out.
Guruji, I'm just curious. What was the longest session that you got into this Keval Kumbhakam? మీరు ఎంతసేపు అత్యంత ఎక్కువసేపు ఉన్నది ఎన్ని అవర్స్ కేవల కుంభకంలో?
నేను 8 hours ఉన్నా.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ గురుజీ. జస్ట్ టు గెట్ ఎన్ ఐడియా. భయపడడానికి లేదు.
మనం కూడా మీరు చూసే ఉంటారు, 31st నైట్ మనం ఉన్నప్పుడు
గురుజీ
నేను వెళ్ళిపోయిన దాంట్లో తర్వాత తెలియదు.
ఇప్పుడు ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్, మనం కేవల కుంభకంలో ఉన్నప్పుడు పక్కన ఎవరైనా డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తే ఎలా గురుజీ? బయటకు వచ్చేస్తావా?
ఏమవుదు, లేవడు.
గురుజీ
పెద్ద శబ్దం చెప్పలేం కానీ, మరి గుండెలు పగిలే శబ్దం వస్తుంది చెప్పలేమో కానీ జనరల్ వాడు లేవడు. వాడు అక్కడ శబ్దాలు అవుతూనే ఉంటాయి. మేము ఉండే ఇల్లే కదా, మా అమ్మాయి అందులో చాలా శబ్దాలు చేస్తుంది. అది నడిచేటప్పుడే శబ్దం అవుతుంది. నడిచేటప్పుడే అది అటు నుంచి వెళ్ళదు, దానికి తెలియకుండా ఇటు నుంచి వచ్చేస్తుంది ఒక్కొక్కరు. అయినా సరే కూర్చొని ఉంటారు. అదే మొన్న 5వ తారీఖున గురుగారు ఆవిర్భావ జరిగినప్పుడు నేను చూస్తుంటే చాలాసేపు కూర్చున్నాను కానీ నాకు అసలు కేవల కుంభకం రాలే. కానీ ఆఖరి 2 hours 3 hours ఉంది, అది వచ్చింది. అంటే నా ఉద్దేశంలో 9 o'clock నుంచి కేవల కుంభకంలోకి వెళ్ళిపోయాను. బట్ వేరే 5 to 9 4 hours ఐ డన్ ఇట్. బట్ బయటకు వస్తున్నాను, లోపలికి వెళ్తున్నాను, బయటకు వస్తున్నాను. అది
అంటే కేవల కుంభకం అంటే కంప్లీట్ సమాధి అన్నట్టు గురుజీ. సవికల్ప సమాధి
కంప్లీట్ సమాధి వేరు, ఏమైనా బయట రారు సమాధిలో.
అంటే నా ఉద్దేశం సవికల్ప సమాధి.
సమాధి
గురుజీ కేవల కుంభకం అంటే శ్వాస నిశ్వాసలు ఆగిపోయిన స్థితిలో ఉంటాం మనం, అంతే. సమాధి
కానీ మీకు ప్రాణాయామం ఉంది ఇంటర్నల్ గా, లోపల కొద్దిగా
ఇంటర్నల్ గా జరుగుతుంది కానీ బయటికి మనం ఇది చెయ్యం క్రియలు. లోపల అంతర్ముఖంగా క్రియలు జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి.
మీరేం చేయరు,
మనమేం చేయం, అది జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది.
పెద్దయింది. అప్పుడు మన ఎవరో అడిగారు నన్ను, ఇది మహాసమాధి అని. నేను అది ఎప్పుడంటే ఆ లోపల కూడా ప్రాణాయామం జరగదు. ఆ లోపల కూడా ఈ ప్రాణాయామం జరగదు.
ఓకే,
మహాసమాధి. మీ కర్మలన్నీ చచ్చిపోయినాయి, ఇంకా వీడి వల్ల అక్కర్లేదు, ఈ ప్రపంచం మీద అక్కర్లేదు వీడు అనేటువంటి తత్వం వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా అది లోపల ప్రాణాయామం జరగదు.
గురుజీ, సో కేవల కుంభకం అంటే సవికల్ప సమాధి, నిర్వికల్ప సమాధి?
కేవల కుంభకం సవికల్ప సమాధిలోనూ వస్తుంది, నిర్వికల్ప సమాధిలోనూ వస్తుంది. సవికల్ప సమాధిలో కూడా అసలు మీకు కేవల కుంభకం రాదు, మీకు సవికల్ప సమాధి రాదు. నిర్వికల్ప సమాధిలోను సవికల్ప సమాధిలోను కేవల కుంభకం ఉంటుంది, రెండిట్లోనూ ఉంటుంది. కాదు నిర్వికల్ప సమాధిలో సవికల్ప సమాధిలో ఏంటంటే మీరు లేచి పని చేయలేరు. నిర్వికల్ప సమాధిలో మీరు లేచి పని చేయగలరు, లోపల సమాధి జరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది.
మీకు జరుగుతున్నట్టు
అది లోపల జరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది.
లోపల జరుగుతూ ఉండేది నిర్వికల్ప సమాధి గురుజీ. అంటే మనం ఏ పని చేస్తున్నా కూడా మనలో ఒక భాగం సమాధి స్థితిలో ఉంది.
చెప్పేది మీకు రెండింటికి ప్రాణాయామం లోపల జరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది.
అయితే మనం కదులుతున్నప్పుడు జరిగేది ఏంటి గురుజీ? సవికల్ప నిర్వికల్ప గురుజీ.
సవికల్ప అంటే ఏంటంటే మీరు సవికల్పలో ఏంటంటే మీకు లేచి పని చేయలేరు.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే. నిర్వికల్ప సారీ గురు,
నిర్వికల్ప నువ్వు పని చేస్తాడు.
నిర్వికల్ప సమాధి అంటే ఇంకా అది పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ నో రిటర్న్, అంటే ఒకసారి అటైన్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇంకా ఫైనల్
సమాధి.
అదే గురుజీ, అంటే నిర్వికల్ప సమాధిలో అటైన్ అయిన వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడైనా ఏ పనైనా చేసుకోగలరు. రెండిట్లో ఒకేసారి ఉంటారు. సవికల్ప సమాధిలో ఒక్కసారే ఒకవైపు ఉండగలరు ఉన్న గురుజీ, ఏదైనా సమాధిలో ఉండగలరు లేదా అవుట్ సైడ్ ఉండగలరు. నిర్వికల్ప ఉన్న వాళ్ళు రెండు చోట్ల ఉండగలరు. ఇప్పుడు గురూజీ ఉన్నట్టు
చెప్తున్నా. ఆ మహాసమాధి అనేటువంటిది వీడు రాడు, ఇటు
వాల్మీకి
వెళ్ళిపోతారు అంతే. సో because karma, the yogi sees in the kutastha, whatever karma we do, it has the role of the will, the mind, the intellect, the senses behind it. Whatever karma we do, it has the role of the will, the mind, the intellect, the senses behind it. The yogi sees in the kutastha the status quo, the product of which is present in the subtle form, the place of birth for all. The yogi sees in the kutastha the status quo, the product of which is present in the subtle form, the place of birth for all. Moreover, all the external karmas of a yogi who has attained a state of profit are going on by themselves. Moreover, all the external karmas of a yogi who has attained the state of profit are going by themselves. The yogi does not have to do karma, because karma is also present at that point. There is no will over anything, that is the will to do karma. There will be no hunger, pangs either. See, I am doing karma, but I won't do myself. Some Gayatri or somebody will come, they will help me to take me to different places. My daughter will come, she will carry me. You must have observed, when I got up, somebody will come, I will not call anybody. So, Shava sadhana is a process by which all the waves in the body stop, reach the transcendental state and remain in that state for a longer period of time. Such yogis' vision is always Brahmamayam. Some people, they do Shava sadhana. Shava sadhana also some people do, they practice. So it is a process by which all the waves in the body stop, reach the transcendental state, that means spiritual state, and remain in that state for a longer period of time. Such yogi's vision is always Brahmamaya. When I was, one day my wife was sleeping, besides her I was sleeping, then I got into Samadhi Sthiti. Before getting into Samadhi, I wanted to see that, what is the meaning of death. But I had written in my book also. So one after another, I started switching off. First, Mooladhara I switched off, Swadhisthana, I all switched off. When I was about to switch off from Sunya to Mahasunya, then that is almost death state only. Because I have given authorization, I have to get the experience of death. I have given authorization. So that was not the samadhi sthiti. It is equally samadhi sthiti only, but death experience. So I was about to die, you can say. Then my wife immediately she said, something is happening. बोल के, hey, क्या कर रहा है? Then like that I did. Then immediately इतना बड़ा वो अंदर से ठक बोल के आ गया है, बाहर आ गया. Then so afterwards, whether really I would have died or not, I don't know. But that is not.
No, Guruji, authorization is only experience, not the real world. So your authorization is correct.
So sometimes, we do experiments. So the state in which the yogi completely stabilizes the fickle soul in his Kriya Yoga practice and merges with Nischala Brahma or reaches this inaccessible state is called Kriya Paravastha or Karmatita Avastha. Then there will be no influence of the senses, no influence of the Arishad Varkas, and so on. So vision of all subtle objects to the third eye, called the Kutastham, self-enlightenment vision, knowing the basic secrets of all vision, takes place. Then subsequent to this, yogi will get Dura Shravanam, Dura Darshanam, Dura Gnanam are caused by the vision of all the gods and goddesses. Then the subsequent to this, yogi will get Dura Shravanam, that means tele-audio. Then Dura Darshanam or television, Dura Gnanam, that means tele-understanding, are all caused by the vision of all the gods and goddesses. Eventually, the yogi himself evolves into Kutastha. The same period, the same spirit is present in all bodies. That is why the same soul is once a woman, once a mother, once a virgin, again a mother, once a son, once a father. That is why I came to know that there is only one secret source of self in everyone. I saw that everyone, including mother, father, son, and virgins, were immersed in that void. That is why I came to know that there is only one secret source of self in everyone. I saw that everyone, including mother, father, son, and virgins, were immersed in that void. Before this state, I thought I was independent. It was all gone and became uniform. There is no such thing as female and male separately. That's what I have been telling. No male and female separately. That eternal Purusha or man is the source of the nature and the production site. Where is nature without Purusha or man? Stira Brahma is the Purusha or male Advaita. If the Purusha or male becomes volatile, then it is nature which is duality. If the Purusha or male becomes volatile, that means Asthira, Achanchaya, Chanchala, becomes Chanchala, then it is nature which is duality. Prakriti means duality only, Dvaita only. So that's what they say. There is only one male. That is Adi Purusha. Rest of us, all are females only. No question of any Purusha. Purusha is only one. When he becomes Chanchal, that Chanchalata is we. You are also Chanchal and Sri also is Chanchal. So who is Purusha and who is Sri, you tell me? There is one Purusha coming out. Purusha and Sri. So Purusha becomes fixed man, becomes fixed when it is fixed in the Kutastham. When life is volatile, there is pranavayu. Volatile means चंचल. चंचलता को इंग्लिश में volatile बोलते हैं. So when life is volatile, there is pranavayu. This pranavayu is itself conscious. Breathe in and breathe in and breathe out are life or prana. As soon as life becomes volatile, it first moves into the Sushumna, subtle body. After birth, dynamics occur. In the Ida, dynamics occurs in the Ina or and Pingala subtle bodies. If the fickle life is fixed and kept steady, then no one will die. There is no such thing as being born. There is no Advaita, there is no duality, no more being born. So there will be no death. There is no one rejoice in. And to say Satchitananda, there is no one to rejoice in. And to say Satchitananda, I am Kubera, I am the head of wealth. The state of Kubera is obtained by meditating 10 days and nights without drinking anything, without eating or getting up from the asana, concentrating on mind.
Guruji, what is this 10 days without food or water? What is this state? Kubera?
That means sthirasana mein baitho. You sit on only one asana. Don't get up. आपको भूख लगने से भी, भूख नहीं लगने से भी, प्यास लगने से भी, प्यास नहीं लगने से भी, मरने दो, कोई बात नहीं, जा मत उठो. Like Buddha.
Okay.
He wanted to get enlightenment. So after 3 days, he became unconscious. Then that milkmaid came and अरे भाई तुम ऐसा नहीं करना है बोल के उसको मिल्क वगैरह से थोड़ा कुछ पिला के ऐसा करके वो ऐसा नहीं करना, ऐसा आस्ते 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 करना, एक दफा में नहीं करना. Then afterwards slowly he has done it and he sat completely. That is what he got nirvana, that is enlightenment.
So we need to practice, like extend meditations and start practicing it. To do
but
that.
Whereas Tyagaraja of South India, he was very much worried because he was only singing. He never thought about, he thought only Rama bolne se, this is only, this gives me moksha. But instead of all these things, his wife died, everybody died. So he understood, oh, this is not the way to liberation. So we have to do, everybody has to do by himself this pranayama technique. So he came and 10 days together, day and night he started doing this dhyana, pranayama dhyana. Then he got nirvana. Not because of his classical music. You understand? Classical music only for your enjoyment, I say. But not getting nirvana. That will not help you to get nirvana. You understand? So, without eating or getting up from this asana, concentrating on mind, the organism in the womb only performs breathing processes through the Sushumna in spinal cord. Breathing through the Ida and Pingala nadis is possible only after death, after birth. Breathing through Ida and Pingala nadis is possible only after death, after birth. Remember, the organism in the womb only performs breathing process through the Sushumna spinal cord. When you are in mother's womb, you are a yogi or yogini. Remember this one. The Jeev or prana in the womb is sattva guna in nature when it is breathing through sushumna. The Jeev or prana in the womb is sattva guna in nature when it is breathing through sushumna. He is also in the rajoguna and tamoguna when he comes out into the outside world. According to the religion, one has to go beyond these three, sattva, raja and tamoguna. Okay.